Hey YouTube, Not So Slim Jim coming to you with some really messed up news out of Austin, Texas. So the DA Jose Garza out of Travis County, that's where Austin, Texas is located, decided he doesn't care about what the voters or the people of Texas says. He created red flag laws to remove firearms and the ability for people to carry firearms because he thought so. So let me go ahead and read this BS. These are the conditions that they're putting out where if you get arrested for basically anything, they can make you turn your firearms in if you want to be released on bail. So go ahead, take a shot because you're going to need it for this BS coming. These are the conditions they're putting forth. All family violence cases, regardless of whether the firearm was used in an instant of an offense. So even if it was just you got arrested because someone said something and there's no real proof of it, just because the fact that you were arrested, firearms are gone. All cases where firearms were used in the course of an offense. Well, understandable, but I know a lot of buddies who were arrested for BS stuff and they had a firearm on them and they said, oh, well, you did something and you had a gun on you, so we're going to come take your guns now. Any case where the victim has reason to believe that the defendant has a firearm and is concerned that the firearm will be used against the victim or any other person. So basically, if you beat someone up and the guy says, hey, that guy had a gun, he might use it on me or another person, your guns are gone. Any case where the defendant has made threats of violence against another person or entity. If you say, I'm going to kick your butt or something threatening to a person, you lose your guns. Any case where competence is an issue or concerns have been raised about the defendant of suicide or exhibits any sign of mental health disorder or disease that brings into question the safety of firearm possession. For me, for instance, I have post-traumatic stress disorder. I was diagnosed after serving in the military. So if I get arrested for any reason and they look at my YouTube channel and see that I have guns and find out I have PTSD, they can turn around and go, hey, he's got PTSD. He can't own guns. Let's take all his guns because otherwise, he can't get out of jail. Gotta love Austin. And finally, any case, even if not any of the above scenarios where the ADA believes that firearm surrender is necessary for public safety. That's right. They don't even need a reason. They can just go, hey, we don't like this guy. We're going to take his guns. Otherwise, he's going to sit in prison until we say he can get out. And finally, if a defendant above is to be released on bond meets any of the requirements, their bond be require that their license to carry be suspended. Defendants will also be required to surrender all guns and to have any of their guns on their person until the case is done pending. So, right now in Texas, it's already law that if you commit a Class B misdemeanor above, you lose your license to carry. What they're saying at this point is we can pull your license to carry if we want to at any point. You gotta love these municipalities and counties, just like, I don't know, some little one I know called Almost Park, who says, you know what, screw the state, screw the law, we're gonna do whatever we want to, we don't care, we're better than you, we're Democrats. Well, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some lawsuits they're going to go against, and they're going to go, hey, you stupid idiot, you can't do this. You think you're better than the rest of the state, but guess what? You can't just take people's guns away and force them to do the stuff. The funniest part about all this is, isn't it the Democrats who are yelling and whining and bitching constantly about keeping people on bond and forcing them to do stuff to be able to get out on bond, that it's unconstitutional and it's a human rights issue, but now they're turning around and saying, hey, we're going to force you to give up your possessions and your right to protect yourself for bond? You got to love these guys. Anyways, if I get any more news about this, because it's a relatively new story and I'm still trying to hunt down all the information for it, I'll go ahead and make another video once I found out exactly the complete depths of the stupidity of this Jose Garza and how freaking ridiculous Austin is, because I can tell you some stories about the stupidity out of that place. Until then, questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down in the comments section, and y'all have a great day.